Hello there, my name is Victoria, and at the moment I am co-producing, co-directing, and have co-written a short, together with my lovely colleague Ludovica Muzamek. And the reason why I am sharing this video is mainly because I really would like to find more audience that would be sympathetic with our subject, as well as hoping to spread the word and find some of you who might be interested in helping us out and trying to make this happen. The project itself is mainly based and circulates around the sonnet 130 written by Shakespeare, and it touches the subject of female figure that transits into a motherly figure and the way society might actually view its flaws as well as the positives. So what is interesting about the subject is the fact that us as females, not touching too much on the gender, but in the social media we have always been portrayed as a more sexualized and craved for image, which conflicts a lot with the motherly body and motherly concept as we age and we decide to take up a responsibility of actually having and raising a child. And I find it very interesting to see the way us as individuals, we stay so aware of this social idea of how we should be and how we should not. And the fact how many times throughout the day we actually consider our body and the representation of our inner self through the body because society is so critical of it. How many times during the day you would just go touch up your makeup, brush your hair? It's not that I'm saying that is wrong, but a lot of times we're doing it for ourselves in order to feel good, of course, but there is this idea that you have to remain looking youthful, you have to remain looking fresh, very welcome, very appealing throughout all of your life. And what about aging? We completely neglect the part that body is not forever and that it is deteriorating with every year, and subsequently death comes. So where is the concentration on the inner capital? Where is the concentration of growing yourself as an individual? And that is where a child comes in. Child does not view you from the same perspective as society does because he's still not physically part of it. He does not care if at the age of 40 you're starting to have white hairs, if you're tired. People do not look into the cause of the way you lead your life, and they judge you upon what they see, even though they do not go deeper into the subject. And that is why it is so incredible to see how female can grow from this enfreed person, as well as if it would be a male child. When we are in our teenage, we are not yet facing the responsibilities of fully taking care of ourselves. So we have this small moment of just wandering around and trying to find ourselves. We're giving the hope of being individuals that still may have dreams, and these dreams may actually happen. While when we pass the border and take the responsibility of choice in order to take care of somebody else, we're still hoped to be similar as these freed beings that did not have as much preoccupation. And especially it touches the subject of a mother and a female, because we are the ones that spend most of our time with the child. We are the ones that actually building the personality of that future generation during the most important years. I am not talking about the time when the child faces the society and of course his perception shifts, but this traditional capital that we bring onto a child, it is mostly for our motherly figure because we're always there. And we are still hoped to be the same teenager, even though we are not able to somehow stop the aging. We're not able to stop the fact that we're not the same. We're changing, the same as male do. But at the same time, we're giving so much for someone who will be that future force, who will be that future driven individual, who will be that full of self-esteem, new generation that will make a change. And that is what we should talk about. Society makes pressure on us as females, while we are the ones that are supposed to bring individuals to this world that will be able to make a change. We have to be self-confident. We have to be more free within ourselves, and we have to communicate this to all of the mothers to empower the fact that we are the ones that are actually trying to do our best, and we should not be criticized for the fact that we are not as youthful as before, that we may not be over-sexualized or taken as a subject of craving for male or other industries that portray female body as more appealing or using it in commercial reasons. Remember, children is a blank page, and we are filling it in from the first stages of its life. We have to stay strong. And that is why, lovely viewers, if you really feel that you may connect to what we're talking about, please do visit our Kickstarter campaign and try to read it through and see if you actually like what we're trying to communicate. And if you can, even if a bit, please do help us. Thank you very much for listening.